boys, so we went over levels divide, and we like them very strong against single high, okay, and it's pretty medium strength against double high. I actually like to use it against any coverage except cover 0. And then we have our quick slants play that's great against single high and actually pretty strong against cover 0. But, you know, we like to add to our scheme and be good against a multiple set of coverages. So what about two-man? All right, well, against two-man, again, we're running levels divide. So because it's a double high structure, we know we're going to work the left side, the level side. The problem is these corners are playing inside leverage in two-man, and it takes a while for them to break across into the field of vision of the quarterback. So it takes some time. So it's not a strong play against two-man, but it is a decent play. But we do want to have more versatility against two-man. Now, running our quick slants against two-man isn't optimal on the theory side because they're running slants inside, and these defenders are supposed to play with inside leverage. So theoretically, you wouldn't want to run something like this against two-man. But why did that player pop wide open? Let's take a look at something here. As we look here, we'll see what happens. And right here is how we created space. You notice how the defenders ran into each other? The outside corner got caught in the muck. So as we see, when routes intercept and players are at the same depth, they can run into each other, which creates space for our player. The problem with this is it's not really consistent. Right? So watch how I run it again, and you see how we didn't create enough space. So what can we utilize to better attack two-man? And we have this play right here, PA tight end wheel. I want you to take a look, and look how we pick up a massive gain against two-man. Let's see what happens. We have switch release concepts on both sides of the field. And as you see here, this defender will take a poor angle, so I don't like the coding there. Okay, and you see how it's designed. It's supposed to switch release here, but you know, he gets jammed up at the LOS, our number 1 on that side. We could pay attention to here. He takes a poor angle as well. We're able to take it up the sideline. But there's a way to make this a little bit better. Okay, we're going to make this play a little bit better. And I noticed that if I motion this receiver on the LOS and take my number 1 off the LOS, watch the difference we get here. We get a lot more space on the outside to throw that. And we can see why. Okay, notice how they run into each other at the same depth. And I think it's because our number 1 is now off the line of scrimmage, so it's harder for that defender to get hands on him. Okay, what I like is you don't get the same animation every single time. Okay, so you're forced to read it and not just be a robot. Okay, so all right, so let's get into it. So you guys know I run no huddle, and we're gonna read the defense. We're gonna go off what the defense does, set my audibles, and I come out. Pre-snap read, guys. What's the pre-snap read? These defenders are on the LOS with inside leverage, 2 deep safety structure, so we know it's two-man. So right away, you notice how I'm right on top of it. I check right into our play, snap the ball, play fake, wide open, and as we practice, right in the hole. And that's without motioning him back onto the LOS. Okay, so keep that in mind. We may be able to get more space if we do it the way I showed in the practice field, but that's without it. Okay, come out, and this is a play I usually come out in first. And then I notice that he checks, and what is the pre-snap read? 4-2-2-0-3-1, right? Okay, double high safety, so you know it's 4-2-2 or 0. And then based upon the LOS, with them inside leverage on the line of scrimmage, we know it's two-man. So I check into my play because I want a big play right away, play fake. Notice how I didn't like our first read on that side. So then I went to the second read, okay? Pay attention to something here. Okay, watch it again. Snap the ball, play fake. This is what I'm looking at over here. I don't like it, so then I get my eyes all the way across the field, and I know that this is the second read. Now, one of you guys asked a question about tips on pocket presence, okay, and I responded by saying, I think it's important that you understand passing concepts first, and I think that will lead you in the right direction about pocket presence, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. because I know that I'm going to the second read because the first read wasn't open, okay, I'm not even looking in the pocket, but look at how I move in the pocket because I felt the presence of a rush to my left, okay? I think the big deal with pocket presence and stepping like that in the pocket and looking like you're very comfortable in the pocket is because you know where you're going with the ball. It's different if you snap the ball, you look at your first read, you don't like your first read, and now you're panicking because you don't know if the second or third read is going to come open, right? You're not really prepared with your passing concepts. As opposed to something like this, where I know it's two-man, okay, and I know that we're running switch concepts on both sides of the field, and I know, hey, the first read didn't open, and I know there's a high likelihood that my second read is going to pop open, okay? So I step away from the pressure, but stay in the pocket knowing that the ball is going to come out soon anyways, right? I really do think that, anticipating where the ball is going to go will help you in the pocket presence department, okay? And another coverage that this play is very good against is cover 2 zone, okay? So what's the pre-snap read here? We know it's cover 2 zone, right? That's the pre-snap read with how they're aligned, double high safeties with the corners 5 yards off and a bit outside. So I check into the play, okay? And look at what this play does against cover 2 zone. Okay, we get a big play right over the middle. But pay attention to the user here. Okay, this is what play action is all about. Okay, he decides to select the middle player, and look how it draws him up, and then he tries to fight back up into the middle, but we have this dig pattern to run across as well. So theoretically, all we are doing is stretching the middle defender. He can never be right. First of all, he has the play action to deal with, so if he steps up, he's in trouble. But then he has to decide to stay in the window of the dig, running across the middle of the field, or play deeper to play in the window of the post. And whichever one he decides to take, we just throw the other one, okay? Then you still have the outside fade patterns with the switch releases. You have those available as well, okay? Because we're putting a lot of stress on the 2 deep safeties with these concepts here. And last but not least, we pair this with our running play. We have a draw running play that's deadly that you can utilize as well from the same formation. Okay, and I like to run it against a soft box. You get a soft box against cover 2 man or cover 2 zone. Okay, and I like to use it against cover 4 as well. Any type of soft box where it's not cover 0, we can utilize that running play, the PA draw, to complement our other plays, more notably the PA tight end wheel, because it's designed to look exactly the same. Okay, and as you see, now we are building a scheme that can attack a multiple amount of coverages. And there we have it. PA tight end wheel, very strong against cover 2 zone and cover 2 man. So notice that we have a strong way to attack single high, cover 0, and cover 2 zone or cover 2 man, and we're adequate across the board, and we're just going to get better at attacking coverages as we go down the list. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you keep coming back for more content, man. Peace.